Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we are going to look at the 4 latest Arsenal news. The first Arsenal news is that Fabrizio Romano has confirmed exclusive Arsenal update, as he confirms Arsenal are going to make an official offer to complete the signing of World Cup England international and West Ham midfielder Declan Rice. Arsenal are ready to make a bid for Declan Rice in the coming weeks. Speaking on his YouTube channel, Fabrizio Romano has, once again, claimed that the Gunners have the West Ham midfielder at the top of their list of transfer targets this summer, and now, a bid is expected for the fast midfielder in the coming weeks. It's no surprise to see that Arsenal are set to bid for Rice. After all, they've been linked to him for months at this point. Romano shared what he knows about Rice and Arsenal. We know the situation with Declan Rice. He has always been a top target for Arsenal, and from what I understand he remains the top target in the midfield. There have been discussions between Rice's side and Arsenal, and also Arsenal people internally. Romano said, Arteta and Edu have discussed Rice and they keep going with these conversations now. Arsenal want to prepare an official bid in the next weeks. It's not imminent because West Ham want to focus on the Conference League, and then in June they will discuss Rice's future. We know Declan Rice will not sign a new deal with West Ham. We said that 1 year ago. There is room to negotiate and room to make a deal this summer. Arsenal will be there. Arsenal will attack the situation of Declan Rice, and now it is a priority for them to go on that one. Arsenal may be set to bid for Rice in the next few weeks, but we can't help but feel that a deal is going to take some time here. Indeed, with West Ham looking for around £120 million for Rice, it's hard to imagine that Arsenal's first bid for Rice will be successful, unless they break the bank straight away. This is a saga that could rumble on throughout the summer, and it's certainly one to keep an eye on from not only an Arsenal perspective, as the likes of Chelsea and Manchester City remain keen on the England international. The second Arsenal news is that Fabrizio Romano has also confirmed another exclusive Arsenal update, as he confirms World Cup Switzerland international Granit Xhaka decides to leave Arsenal and is close to Bayer Leverkusen move. Granit Xhaka has decided to leave Arsenal at the end of the season and is close to agreeing a move to Bayer Leverkusen, according to reports. The 30-year-old has played a key role in Arsenal's Premier League title challenge this season, scoring 5 goals and registering 7 assists so far. Xhaka still has 1 year remaining on his current deal with the Gunners, but the midfielder is now set to depart the club after 7 years, according to Fabrizio Romano. Leverkusen are now in advanced talks to sign Xhaka in a €15 million, £13 million deal, and personal terms are almost agreed. Meanwhile, London World reports that Xhaka has already informed Arteta about his decision to leave, while the Arsenal manager will approve the Switzerland international's exit if an acceptable offer is received. Elsewhere, Sky Germany report that Xhaka is the top target for Leverkusen head coach Xabi Alonso, who is looking to add experienced players to his squad. Xhaka appeared to be on course for a move away from Arsenal 3 years ago after he was stripped of the captaincy and booed by his own supporters, but the midfielder says Arteta was the decisive factor behind his decision to stay. There was one guy, his name is Mikel Arteta. I will always support him, it doesn't matter what happens, Xhaka said in an interview with beIN Sports earlier this season. Without him, I am 100% sure I would not be in the club anymore. He knows that. I have a very good and honest relationship with him. It doesn't matter what happens on the pitch, I will never ever be against him or say something against him. He deserves my respect, but the respect from my family as well. I was gone. I did not want to wear the shirt anymore. He gave me the feeling to do it again. I am very proud of myself to wear the shirt again with a lot of respect and love. Hopefully we can end this with a trophy. The third Arsenal news is that Fabrizio Romano has also confirmed another exclusive Arsenal update, as he confirms buyback clause will be inserted if Arsenal are set to sell Hale and talent Charlie Patino. Fabrizio Romano has revealed that Arsenal will try and insert a buyback clause in any deal that would see Charlie Patino leave the club this summer. The young midfielder is one of the Gunners' brightest talents. He has massive potential and could easily become a star in the Premier League in a few years' time. Arsenal would obviously love to keep him, but Patino is desperate for regular game time. Romano has now shared the latest on his future, even though Charlie Patino's talent and potential have been known to everyone in and around Arsenal. The youngster hasn't quite been able to burst onto the scene like Bukayo Saka and Emile Smith-Rowe. The teenager has only played 2 times for Arsenal's senior side, once in the League Cup and later in the FA Cup. Arsenal sent the outstanding Patino out on loan to Blackpool last summer, and he has had a magnificent campaign there. He became a fan favourite at Bloomfield Road and showed the world he is ready to be a first-team player. David Ornstein revealed at the start of this month that Patino wants to be a regular starter next season, whether that's at Arsenal or anywhere else. It will be extremely difficult for Mikel Arteta to guarantee regular game time for Patino this summer. That's why a move away is likely, but the Gunners aren't willing to relinquish complete control. Romano has revealed that Arteta and Edu will try and include a buyback clause if they sell him this summer. He tweeted, "Understand Arsenal will try to include a buyback clause into negotiations for Charlie Patino to keep control on the player for the future." Patino, set to leave the club as he will try a new chapter on a permanent deal, but Arsenal hope to include an option into the deal. The final Arsenal news is that journalist Ryan Taylor has confirmed another exclusive Arsenal update, as he confirms Arsenal are very keen to complete the signing of France international and RB Leipzig defender Mohamed Simakan. Plays in same position as Saliba. Arsenal are reportedly keen to sign RB Leipzig defender Mohamed Simakan this summer. That's according to journalist Ryan Taylor, via Give Me Sport, who has shared an update on the 23-year-old. Arsenal now appear to be keen to sign another defender, and Mohamed Simakan is the name being linked. The young defender has impressed across RB Leipzig's back line this season. Journalist Ryan Taylor was asked about the 23-year-old and said, "As we've seen in the past few months, injuries do happen. Saliba's injuries have obviously proved so damaging to Arsenal's title hopes, and so I do think that's a player of interest. I wouldn't say he's predominantly a right back. To be honest, he's more of a right centre back. It would depend on the fee that Leipzig would be willing to sell him for, but that is definitely a player on Arsenal's shortlist." Simakan could be the player Arteta needs to provide quality backup to William Saliba. Jakub Kiwior was brought in a few months ago to deputise for Gabriel Magalhaes on the left. He struggled against Brighton but is a young defender with the potential to improve. The Polish defender also prefers playing on the left, making him a slightly awkward replacement for Saliba. Arsenal are keen on Simakan because he can replace Saliba if necessary or provide another option on the right. He's even played in midfield on a couple of occasions this season. Given his age and the possibility that teammate Josko Gvardiol might leave this summer, Simakan may be an expensive option for Arsenal. He's one to keep an eye on, but might not be a priority for Mikel Arteta at this stage. Do you know the Arsenal news on João Cancelo? You will enjoy this video on your screen too.